Bless up, ABR family. Welcome back to another live video. It's your girl, Isabel Rose. Sorry about that. I don't know what happened. I was getting back the same thumbnail that I had for the last live video. And so I had to end that live. But coming up in the topic ahead, more saga as it comes on to the commissioning ceremony at the Mason Hall water supply. I remember a video was circulating in which I got confirmation from a few residents in the Mason Hall area, and I was summoning Prime Minister Andrew Holness to come and, clear it up, to which him sent out him little brother Matthew to come and clear it up. So big up to Jida, big up to Anthony R, Navlet Williams, big up to all moderators on the live, big up to my members, Angela and Ivan Wallace, thanks for joining the membership. Others can join the membership too, only a small fee per month to be a member of the Isabel Rose movement. And notification shout out goes to Rumba Time News, who commented first on the last video that I uploaded. Big up to Rumba Time News, run go over our channel, subscribe, watch some of the videos them. Big up yourself, you be Comrade 1PNP, big up my brother Bundy, all other social media warriors, big up on yourself. And so I laid out the topics at hand, as well as Raymond Price sends a very cryptic message to the Labourites them as it pertains to the whole Portmore parish being halted by the Constitutional Court. And none other than the renegade with a damning piece of information as it pertains to bangarang over Buff Bay, bangarang in the Portland area. And so I kick off this first segment with the whole commissioning ceremony of water at the Mason Hall. And so this took place Friday gone at around 2 p.m. And I'm going to show you the video. The house a bit noisy, my people. Sorry about that. Everybody fix up for them little area and all of that. But nevertheless, we are going to run that little clip in here. So when you see that little piece of video there, sorry about that, family. I try cancel out some of the noise in my background. So that's the video in Mason Hall. And we see another video was circulating with the whole removal of pipes and all of that. And Andrew only sent out him little brother Matthew to say that the information that's been circulated and the PNP supporters and bloggers, it's fake.
It is very unfortunate that these PNP mischief makers, who had decades to do right by the people of Mason Hall, have chosen to pour cold water on a project that will give 1,100 persons water in their homes. Now, what's interesting is that it is this administration that has laid the pipes. It is this administration that has phased the project and says this is the end of phase 1 that will ensure the entire area of Mason Hall, Kidland, gets water. What you saw yesterday is the beginning of a new era for Mason Hall. Go in and sign up for your water. But ignore these mischief makers, because these are the same mischief makers that never gave Wentworth water. We did. These are the same mischief makers that didn't correct the issues in Gale. It is this administration that will do so with a new 6-inch ductile iron. This is the same set of mischief makers that built houses in Eden Park, gave these houses to residents of St. Mary, and didn't run pipes and connect them with water. Very sad. But it is this administration that in weeks will break ground to give the people of Eden Park water in their homes. as we have given water to the community of Mason Hall. Now, when we commission systems, after we've done the testing, after we've ensured that everything is fine, after we're ready to bring customers online, we always do a ceremonial system. We don't go into people's yards, we don't go into their business place. We set up something on the road to be able to show that the lines are charged with water. That is what we did yesterday. The NWC no longer installs standpipes. We're in the business of putting water in people's homes and businesses, not just simply putting it in the center of a community. So when we do commissionings, we do two things. We either use a fire hydrant or we set up a temporary system on the roadside that allows the entire community to come and see that water is indeed in their lines. We showed very clearly yesterday that water is in the lines, the system is charged and is ready for the residents of Mason Hall. Now it's time for you to sign up with NWC to get your meter, get your account and get your water in your house. Either meet us at 22 Stennett Drive at the NWC offices in Portmore, or you can join us on April the 3rd, Thursday, this coming Thursday, in Mason Hall to sign up for your accounts. It's your time now to have water in your house. The pipes are there, we're ready for you. Just come and sign up. They are not like us. We are not like them. We give people water, we invest in Jamaica, we choose water for Jamaica, and this administration chooses Jamaica.
They said that this administration is for Jamaica. But yet still, a few people in the Mason Hall River, if you wish to come on the live and speak up, the people them will reach out to me and make me know, say, no water no in on the yard in any pipe, any at all. And that this commissioning ceremony that they had was basically them laying pipes in order to use a truck to full community tank attached to those 6 inches pipe just to get water for their ceremony. But they're stating that it is fake and that the People's National Party supporters are the ones that are spreading fake news. When the people in the community giving us this information, the people from the Mason Hall River community giving us this information. And promising the people them know that water go come in at them pipes shouldn't be for this government any at all. Them should have basically a campaign upon them achievement. Them should have basically campaigning on them achievements instead of campaigning on promises. They must leave that up to the People's National Party who does not have the public purse. But me I make gonna hear something from the Maverick himself. Let me send it over.
After 2 terms in office, the incumbent party cannot be running an election of promises. And who out a bush like the PNP where out a bush you know, and I try to get in and them have to make the promises. A man in office for 9 years, a fear run for the achievements and the accomplishments and what we do already. You know. So this is what we are doing, we are doing some more what we do already. So give me 4 more or 5 more years and we continue to do what we are doing. But when you come after 9 years and I promise the people some basic fundamentals, some things that they put in them to do, from the first term, they give you a bonus term for it. And you come after the end of the bonus term and I promise the things that you should do from day one. We don't think that's smart politicking that.
What can go so? After 9 years, big up yourself, Margarita. Big up Lyris Beckford, Barbara Finley, Jennifer, One Avenue News, big up yourself. Go over and channel ABR Family and go and subscribe to all of the other social media warriors who are fighting the cause. And so me about to drop one little clippings from no other than Jamaican Carlos himself as it pertains to the failures of this government.
After the Prime Minister cover the mountain and yes now once the water go run. As the Prime Minister left down and take down back the water. What kind of thing this? Take down back the water. What kind of thing this?
They specialize in gimmicks. We specialize in real solutions.
Can't fool me again. You can't fool me again. You hold me down for a very long time. Can't buy sugar, we can't buy lime. Can't buy scallion, we can't buy time. You can't fool me again. Can't fool me again. You can't fool me again. Hold me down for a very long time. Can't buy sugar, we can't buy lime. You touch up line and a resort to crime. You can't fool me again.
What we gonna eat no money, what we at you, eat no at you. Covid money, miss away in the year, make a rat you. Use the youth, the money, base, my must have match statue. Say me like a catch you, but me got in a figure you. Take this bit of money, God, and say that it's not you. One day, the man above me, no be my got up. But it in the kitchen, some of fiber like a patu. My singers and DJs and social media's coming at you.
It burn me.
300% raise.
It burn me.
Garbage pile up the day.
It burn me.
Give the teacher them raise.
It burn me.
I see corruption face.
It burn me.
Mash down the people them house.
It burn me.
Every day appear arms out.
It burn me.
Appear money them a thief.
It burn me.
And them a sell out the beach.
Can't fool me again. You can't fool me again. You hold me down for a very long time. Can't buy sugar, we can't buy lime. Can't buy scallion, we can't buy time. You can't fool me again. Can't fool me again. You can't fool me again. You hold me down for a very long time. Can't buy sugar, we can't buy lime. You touch up line and a resort to crime. You can't fool me again.
For me say big up all the charities and all of the givers. Some a go like say them powerful, me no make a bigger. The 100 promises, none of them not deliver. Cut up the youth, them rough and they down in our river. Member bowl honey and they lie them tell. Corruption smell and they pocket them swell. When police don't a market like Satan out of hell, go mash up people start like thief when them sell.
It burn me.
On them treat the market man.
It burn me.
On them a treat the cat man.
It burn me.
On them treat the peanut man.
It burn me.
On them a treat the dirt man.
It burn me.
On them a treat the sun man.
It burn me.
How them a treat policeman.
It burn me.
How them a treat soldier man.
It burn me.
How them a treat everyone.
Can't fool me again. You can't fool me again. You hold me down for a very long time. Can't buy sugar, we can't buy lime. Can't buy scallion, we can't buy time. You can't fool me again. Can't fool me again. You can't fool me again. You hold me down for a very long time. Can't buy sugar, we can't buy lime. You touch up line and a resort to crime. You can't fool me again.
I may say put that way we do you make you do with that. All of the money you no take on better give it back. All of the land you no taking and no we want it back. All of the beach you no taking and better give it back. And you no sign up for that conduct we no want you back. You no declare you asset and we no want you back. You coffee fill in your pocket and we no want you back. Have your hand deep in a corruption we no want you back.
At the donkey government time come, the people them don't want no more promises, no more PR stunt, no more of that. Them should have campaigned upon them achievement. 9 years, too long in office, 9 years to come and blame in the People's National Party, 9 years to continue to think about this 18 and a half years under the People's National Party where whole heap of them benefit from. And so, it burn the people it burn way. This government here running out now to say that they are doing for the country and they have been building. But building what? Anyhow, as according to the whole Portmore parish saga, we also seen where the court, after the People's National Party filed to have the whole process altered after the bill was passed in both houses, as I stated in previous videos. And we all know that the court have halted same, and that's a big win for the People's National Party. But yet still we see the Labourites them running out asking how is that a win? Really? How they mean how is that a win? And they're basically saying that the injunction was lifted, and so once the Jamaica Labour Party or once the government follows the law, it still does not dispute the fact that they were doing it unconstitutionally. It was halted because they were not following the law. They did not consult the people of Portmore. They did not consult the EOJ. They were written to 2 times from the EOJ who is legal to cut boundaries and not this government to cut boundaries, but they were cutting the boundaries only for political gain, big gerrymandering. And I'm going to play back what Fitzjackson said, and then we're going to hear what Raymond Price said.
The following is a release from the People's National Party Media Unit.
As a result of a court order today, the government cannot proceed to establish Portmore as a parish until the procedure prescribed in Section 67 of the Constitution has been complied with, and an order is made under Section 67 of the Constitution. We are also mindful that the EOJ has formally advised the Parliament and the government that the required exercise to make the proposed boundaries comply with the Constitution will take over 1 year. The People's National Party is indeed pleased with this ruling, which underscores the obligation of the JLP government to respect our Constitution and the rule of law. This represents a block to the attempted gerrymandering of the constituency boundaries of Portmore by the JLP government ahead of the general elections due in 6 months. It is important to also note that there are a number of other constitutional breaches in our claim before the court that will be dealt with shortly. This includes the removal of the elected office of the Mayor of Portmore, among others by the Act. It is also very important that persons, including members of Parliament, who make comments about the role of the court regarding legislations by the Parliament, familiarize themselves with the Constitution, particularly Sections 2 and 48. These provisions explicitly authorize the court to strike any laws that are in breach of the Constitution and its supremacy. This is certainly not provisions that persons with autocratic dispositions are comfortable with.
Visit our website at pnp.org.jm or check us out on Facebook at Jamaica PNP.
So when the court halts it because the People's National Party had basically filed a suit in the court, isn't this a win for the people of Portmore? Isn't this a win for the People's National Party who are fighting on behalf of the people? So what are they really saying? Now, we know why they were pushing to have Portmore, the 15th parish, without consulting the people. We know, say, a politics make them did not do it. And because they want to have that strong edge over Raymond Price. But having it as how it is now, we know that the court halted, and so therefore Raymond Price is still at a greater advantage than Terry Long. We see the people them cry shame upon him at a meeting, him go with an entourage of people who don't even come from Portmore. And big up to my brother who came in on my live and did the interview and let us know. Say another people from Portmore them there come there and disrupt the thing. And that the people them never in agreement with it without the amenities. Only a small amount of people them consulted, not the wider Portmore. And so Raymond Price, responds to the critics, responds to the Labourites them. And he put up this on his social media and he says, to all the self-deluded and genuinely confused, here is the simple litmus test. Since the court ruled in your favor, because that the Labourite them around with, you know, so the court ruled in a for them favor. Can you imagine? Raymond says, go right ahead and implement or bring into force the exact same act passed in both houses and the exact same act signed by Charles' representative. And I got a call this morning and I didn't even know that the GG had signed off on it in our people, to be honest with you know. Me never know. And so Raymond at the end of this message is basically saying fair. Him say fair. So for all of the deluded Labourites, them we are run out about to no win. Big up to Bowl of VNR 2.0. My people run go over him channel. Junior Never. All the other persons who just joined in the live. This is how sick and twisted the Labourites and the supporters are. Running around to saying that the court ruled in favor of the government because they lifted the injunction. What does the word halt mean? Them have to stop. They cannot go ahead with breaking the constitution. They cannot go ahead with the bill. And I want to know where we are pay a GG 30 odd million per year. So whatever the government bring to him cannot decipher whether or not he's in agreement with it, yes or no. So it's always that the Governor General will be on the side of the government. That's what I would like to know. Somebody can comment it in the chat. I'm not sure. Because based on what Raymond is saying here, and I got a call from a very good brethren of mine, and he told me that the Governor General had signed off on it. And I said, me go research it, but because I had gotten this information from someone else as to what Raymond Price posted on his social media, since on the win then, continue with the bill, we want to say a law. Continue with it, since on the win. This is the worst government where we break the constitutional daily. Break the constitutional law daily, and the constitution is set to govern everybody. Whether you're black, you're white, you're rich, you're poor, the constitution is there for everyone. And I keep asking the question, do we really want to continue with a government like this that believe that they're above the law? Monday coming is another year, or is another close off for, I believe, the fourth statutory declaration to be sent in via the Prime Minister and all other public servants. I want to mean for tell me, say, uno go sit down and watch a Prime Minister lie to us, play in our face, carry Integrity Commission to court, But yet still, Monday coming will be another deadline for them to sign up and send in their statutory declaration. So who not try to tell me, say? It's alleged that he said that he won't be filing or sending in any more statutory declaration until him court time. So a bad man government, I him around the thing, I him around the show. Holding our election date close to his heart, same way, even though there's so much cloud hanging over his head. Make that make sense. Breaking our constitution at the drop of a dime. Playing in our faces. Giagada all over the place. And we must continue with a government like this. It cannot be. I refuse. I refuse to continue with a government like this. Now Jamaican people, well-thinking Jamaicans, ABR family. Monday is also the deadline for you to get on the friends and on the families and on yourselves if you're not on the voters list. Yesterday, for the very first time, the EOJ opened on a Saturday to accommodate persons to be on this voters list. You have to do this for Jamaican people. You have to do this for the children and the grandchildren. The powers that be, them set themselves, them set them children, them set them grandpitney, them don't even in existence yet. Them take 300% increase. And a tease with money. And I give the people them one like a measly $1,000 pound minimum wage. And then the Labourites them saying that the minimum wage at $16,000 is just a start, but the employers can give the workers more. It's not gonna be more. Which one of the employer them are gonna give the people them more? How much of the employers them are gonna give the people them more? So the rationale behind how them think, you have to really wonder if them have sense, some of them. Them break with constitution, and each time the opposition or the People's National Party bring it to the courts, the government always loses. Because they know. And them have so much lawyers in their parliament, and none of them can correct this man, yeah? No wonder why them say a Dan man government, as me tell you before, me would never take a platform. Me would never take my platform and call him no God or nothing like that. No mankind can be no God over me. Because we no worship mankind. So he will never get that name. He will never get me if you call him that the name there. So I would love to know if it's indeed true that he said that he will not file another statutory until his court case all the way down in October. I don't understand why the courts give him a trial date so far. But ABR family, we see what I go on and we don't need an eyeglass. All the people need for him to do, seeing that he won't recuse himself and step away because him under investigation for illicit enrichment and the other 7 them for step away. He need to call it the election. Or why not the Governor General come and dissolve out the parliament and call it the election? Force them hand for call the election. Because corruption is rife. Under this year government alone, corruption in last year poll done by Dan Anderson, 66%. And I'm sure if one should be done now, it would be more. And so we are seeing now in the news circulating that some billions and billions of cocaine shipment disguised as honey seized at the Kingston's seaport. And this is coming from the Jamaica Constabulary Force. And it's saying a significant amount of cocaine, over 1,000 pounds, disguised as Cuban honey. So what them a try if you say Cuba the honey come from? And that them a try if you say? Was seized during a joint operation conducted by the Jamaica Customs Agency and the Firearms and Narcotics Investigation Division at the seaport from Wednesday this, you know? From Wednesday this. The illicit drug was discovered during the security check of a 20-foot container which contained 18 knitted bags with approximately 450 parcels of cocaine weighing a total of 538.8 kilograms. That's over 1,000 pounds. The estimated street value of the cocaine is 16.1 million pounds, England pounds, or 3.1 billion Jamaican dollars. Now we see the whole saga as it pertains to them, you know, taking orders to send back the Cuban doctors and the Cuban health workers. And for them to say that these are Cuban honey, I would really like to know if they're trying to imply that this honey is coming from Cuba. Any of my well-thinking supporters, viewers viewing the live now wants to call in and share your take on all that was outlined already in this video. Too much major cocaine bust and nobody get who was this container coming to? And that would I like for really know. No name, no nothing, nothing upon it. Big up yourself, Egla. Says time for them to be bundled, dragged, and be sent to prison. No apology. And that is it. Me about for making you hear a little footage from the renegade himself. He spoke out on his live yesterday, where he said a businessman from in Portland. And for quite some time now, Portland very festive and be a bangarang agwan a Portland. How much 10 million ammunition, gun ammunition seized from this businessman, who's said to be allegedly a JLP activist. I want to hear this for yourself. So big up to the renegade, man in the wilderness, the eagle they all about. Big up yourself. And people who can go over him channel, Reggae Dub Scene, one and only Wayne Lonesome. I only can catch the entire live. We only have a small footage of it right now, so we can understand what is taking place. And when we hear the head boy tell we say, and not only Cuba saga make the US Secretary of State come to Jamaica, but corruption and a whole lot of stuff that has been going on. And it make we know say the Portland strip there, so the seaport of Portland are one of the biggest corruption seaport there. So listen to this.
A JLP activist. This man in police holding. Remember that's up in this phone now. Come in like showing the thing, you know, I just start. So it's my division, station, location, indication, Portland Buffalo, charges. Incidents. Seizure, prohibited weapon, and unauthorized ammunition.
15 years to life for an illegal gun offense. Mostly young men between 16 and 30 years old are being charged with offenses relating to illegal guns. The security forces are increasing capabilities to detect and recover illegal firearms I want to take this opportunity to appeal to our young men to turn away from guns. The probability of being arrested and taken out of society is increasing daily. Throw away the gun. Don't throw away your life.
Seizure of large sum of cash, 18 million and 54,000 US. Wow. Date of 9:30 a.m. this morning. Just
So like 15 years when you're hell with a gun, I wonder if the elites them and them friend them are gonna get 15 years.
them report it, say date and time report to PECC. Yeah? And she said 11:35 a.m. So I want to say now, 19mm Glock pistol. It's serial number erase. Erase. Think that what kind of pistol you did have? That father-in-law, what kind of pistol you did have? Again, what kind of pistol you have? Because yes, one on a pistol. Yes. Same kind of gun missing. All right, serial number erase. Along with 9mm cartridges were seized by the police during a target raid. 18 million Jamaican dollars and 54,000 United States dollars were also seized. Damian Rose, 44-year-old DOB, that businessman of St. George's, Portland, was arrested in relation to the seizure. Detective Sergeant R. Christopher of the Buffalo CIB is investigating. Christopher, wanna see it? All right. No, yes, no tablet. Wanna see this? Me just ask Christopher in the roads. Yes, me just ask him. You did have a politician, you did have a member of parliament that from out of the east. Him around the gas station where grand people them left him, him. That one day. Him when them just scored. And according to the Eagle service, because the Eagle here 4 shots, it's alleged that him fired 4 shots this morning because the police must have been so when I knew them. And then go up a while them up and come back and hear 4 shot bus. Yes, still the Eagle pick up 4 shot bus. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Eagle then close by into it.
Hey, when you not ramp with the Eagle, you know, the Eagle heard 4 shots. So them think they are going to be a bad man is him and them think they are going over Portland because police rough up one of him son them allegedly. Him go up there, go leak off 4 bullets. And then hold him with a large sum of money. How much? 10 million. A pistol with the barcode scrape off. What can go, sir? Big up yourself, Ibania. My people who go over our channel, support her. Watch out some of the videos them, like and share. What can really go, so Aunt Marge, big up yourself. No, sir.
You know, I felt Eagle all over the place. Yes. You understand? Mola. Yes. So we have Eagle all over the place. You see? So that the economy is strong and running good through government.
So the Eagle, they all over the place, but yet still, them want to behave as if we don't know what going on and coming out to say whatever we are putting out is fake. Then what is fake about it? And come with the truth, because it's a battle for the truth. And them say, so, you know, are the battle for the truth, but yet still whatever they're putting out from before and even of lately is not sitting well with the people them and a be lies and propaganda them a come out with. And because we the out here as social media warriors on the battlefield bringing the truth to the people, them can't come tell you what kind of lies we are tell upon them. But because of them friend and Cumberlaw, this man and son could have get entangled with police and him go up at the station and go wile them up and release 4 bullets. And when the police them catch up on him, he have a pistol with a barcode with scrape off. Then who for one? It couldn't be a license firearm and you scrape off the barcode. If it's so, then that means it's not yours. So it must be some illegal piece of pistol. But this is the reality of what is going on in our country. This is the reality of what's taking place under this government. And so, as I said, Jamaican people, the ultimate decision is left up to UNO. We cannot stay home for this general election to come. As I stated, the deadline is Monday. That's tomorrow. And we know that the integrity boss, Mark Golding himself, I gave him that name. I know that he will produce his statutory declaration to the Integrity Commission. And I know that it will be certified and gazetted. But we cannot say so for this current Prime Minister, who sees nothing wrong with him going forward, but because them have some little supporters around them where they can give one little belly full. And that a mash up the country, no man. The belly full and they when we can get keep this on a wrap and for keep this on a secret. So it's not about the truth for some people, you know. It's about popularity and who them like. If I'm me and you, them slew we, them hang we up and nail we. But when are them favorite people, or when are them favorite person, as Sir P say, the truth becomes wrong. And when you're standing up for the truth, them want to come crucify you. We will not be muzzled, in the words of Ron James. The lines have been drawn, and the people are waiting for them to call the election so that the people can go out and decide if they want to continue with the corruption, the high levels of corruption under this government, or they want to start afresh. As the great Martin Luther King Jr. says, it's always the right time to do what is right. So it's either you want to continue with the corruption, the high levels of corruption under this government, or you want to start afresh with a man with integrity, the integrity boss himself, no other than Mark Jefferson Golding. The ultimate decision will be when y'all go to the polls. We're not watching the crowds at the campaigns and the conferences. That alone is not it. We're not watching polls done by Dan Anderson. We want the people to recruit. We want to stand in solidarity and recruit out the people young cousin them, family members, friends, and get them to go up on the voters because that's what matters. Berries White, big up yourself. Them say on a 5K I run it now 25 and 30 and 50, you know. All supplies for houses and all them stuff they are running now, you know. You understand? Big up yourself, Bumpy. He says we want a better fresh air. Mark Golding, step for him, all Jamaican. Big up my sister Pat W. Bless up yourself every time. We need a breath of fresh air. And just as how when Andrew Olitz did come with the whole heap of sweet talking, because we realize he's a charmer, you know. Andrew is a charmer, you know. You know them type of man there when them all look all a woman and mouth full of big sweet words. And when the woman give him the chance and find out say one big jankro, she have to move him up. Him is like that. Mouth full of sweet words and him very charming. And of them type of people come in and disarm you. But we cannot be fooled any longer. We cannot be fooled any longer. You understand? And no time now for we sit down and continue to farm the fool. The time has come where the people them want the change. The time has come where the people them want a government that cares for all, not for some. The time has come where the people them want the truth. The time has come where the people them want to hold our leaders accountable. And not if them talk, a barrage of police go for them even under them bed. He will not be the first or he will not be the last leader of the country where citizens disrespect him. Come on, man, if you want to be honest. This Prime Minister no get scrutinized like a PJ Patterson, no get tear down like a Portia Simpson Miller. You ever see none of them leaders they are sent for nobody under them bed? Look over the world. We have other leaders. They're not above scrutiny. When you're in public life, you're supposed to be held at a higher standard. We cannot hold this government at a high standard. We cannot hold this government at a high standard because he is not willing and forthcoming to address this whole cloud of corruption. A whole heap of it going around him, but instead, what does he do? He put a gag order. 8 of them sitting in our parliament now, and this is always gonna be my driving point. Always gonna be my go-to point. Where his statutory decoration is uncertified. So it's a 4-year straight streak him a give away. And also 8 of them under investigation for illicit enrichment, to which we know the Prime Minister to be the main one. How much millions, hundreds and hundreds of millions passing through accounts in a 3-month span. 28 bank accounts. Could be more. Opening an account with $0 and 0 cents. How much are we have that power? How much are we have that power to do that? Days after 143,000 US dollars sent from Stocks Securities Limited. The public funds was invested in that entity. And to this day, the Prime Minister cannot come and address us as the Jamaican people and let us know whether or not they retrieved that money or whether or not they took the money and got the interest from that money and what did they do with that money. Our taxpaying dollars, we supposed to question them. They are working for us and not the other way around. ABR family, there's a couple of campaign and conferences going on today for the People's National Party. And I'm not going to stay too long with you on the live here because I'm going to try as best as possible to even try and stream one of them so you can see and hear the continuous message of change to the people of Jamaica and what a People's National Party government under the leadership of Mark Jefferson Golding, who has nothing to hide, who walks the walk and talk the talk, what he's constantly coming with. And he laid out a whole heap of plans in that splendid budget debate presentation. And they're waiting for this government to call the general election so that they can bring out their manifesto and let the people see all that they plan to do. Time come for them to stop using $11.4 billion out of our NHT, the National Housing Trust, that's supposed to build affordable houses for our people. We can't only have politicians alone reaping the prosperity that they speak of, or the prosperity that they promise. The essential workers, me know nurses, police officers, firefighters who have been in that working force or in that post for how much in decades does not own a house up to today. Yeah. Still battling to make ends meet. I ban you say with matey pan two of them. What you say? Matey de pan two of the Prime Minister bank account? Mighty God, me not know about that, me not so sure about that. Whoa, ball out Jamaica. This not safe.
Ball out! Whoa, yo. We need help, Jesus. Jamaica need help. Shift the parliament. Shift the election. Shift everything. Remove them out there. Take out the cockroach. Take out the thief. Take out the criminal them. Take out the thief them. Take out the murderer them. Take out the gang leader them. Out of parliament. Take them out from Portland. Take them out. I hear Portland. Me I go to Portland. Why me I travel to Portland? Take out somebody. Man or woman.
Not to mention, yes, member Angela, big up yourself. He gambled basically when him take charity money according to the Integrity Commission and buy stocks and bonds. Can you imagine somebody set up a foundation to say that a charity, and when you check and start, them take the money instead of them use the money for charity purposes. Them take it to their benefit. Them take it to their advantage. I wonder why people afraid you have some people who truly need it. I saw a gentleman on Anjay program last night, somebody sent me. And I watched about 5 minutes of the live. I didn't stay on for the entire live. And he was basically talking about this little old man, how much 10 years old, them locked down the Blue Lagoon, can't get for do no rafting or anything like that. And the man was sued by his landlord of owing them 100,000 Jamaican dollars because them take away a livelihood. He can't even afford his rent of $6,000. So where is the prosperity that they speak of? All of a sudden they come in with this one whole heap of promises. Them are going to build 3-story market. Now all of a sudden the Prime Minister now say I'm going to build don't quote me, complex or some sports area over there in Mandeville. And I ask the people them where should I call it? A gimmicks government this. Gagard, a danmanship, bad man, corrupted government. Play in our faces government, autocratic dictatorship. And them alone for make the decision and only when time it goes sour or when time, how much time has passed, we the public hear about it. A selfish government, only a few people around them for have it. Them only believe in the trickle-down mentality and the trickle-down now work after 9 years or how longer we not go sit down and wait for trickle-down. Come on, people. See him like how he did give him a chance because he say him young and him come with the talk and him a go bring fresh ideas and new this and new policies and rare. When give him the chance. I see him like how when give him the chance, we are asking if you give Mark Golding the chance, same way. Mark Golding has nothing to hide. Mark Golding is ready to lead and ready to govern. with fairness, with integrity, and when they can hold them accountable. The Prime Minister looking at our face and say he has asked far and wide, but him never asks near. And he is the main one, head the list of being under investigation for illicit enrichment. What more do we need to see? When they cannot sign the Integrity Commission Code of Conduct. When one of their members of parliament stated that they would have called in the Integrity Commission again to let them understand what the Code of Conduct is again, and that they would have signed it. All no, none of them. And then the Justice Minister coming to say on a Dean Jackson interview, saying that they have signed many other Code of Conduct. To hell with that, we don't want to hear that. What about the Integrity Commission Code of Conduct? That is a separate and apart Code of Conduct from whatever you sign. That means that them not rate the Integrity Commission and them not no respect for the Integrity Commission. Well, we are standing with the Integrity Commission for holding you accountable. And we're watching and waiting to see that this new chairperson will come and prove herself without fear or favor, without any bias. We need the other 7 names who are under investigation because they don't rate us enough as a Jamaican people to come and tell us that, you know what? I have learned that I am under investigation for illicit enrichment. I'm going to recuse myself until investigation is over. In the meantime, so-and-so will stand in my place. They're not willing to do that. Them nah stop scrape and scrape and scrape and scrape and scrape till the cookie jar empty. Only good I can't ever find all a jar. So ABR Massive, that is my 2 cents right there. We're 4 minutes out from the hour. I'm going to open the phone lines. Anybody wants to call in, chime in. I'm coming back live later on with one of the conferences from the People's National Party. I'm not sure who I can ask to stream from their platform and bring it to you. But let me see. In the meantime, what do y'all think about them running out to saying that the information that we're putting out as it pertains to the whole removal of pipes from the Mason Hall area is fake? Prime Minister sending out his little brother. We're seeing more drug busts. Nobody can get, held and hold accountable for it. JLP activists, according to the renegade Wayne Lonesome himself, held with too much 10 million illegal firearm. Yvonne Riley, big up yourself. Arlene From, big up yourself, my sis. Thanks for the continued support from each and every one. The phone lines open. 3 minutes to the hour. I'm not going to pass 1 hour. Anybody wants to chime in this last part of the video, let me hear what you're saying. Dalfi, big up yourself. Time come, Jamaica. That's all I'm going to say. Time come. And seeing that nobody's going to chime in right now, you know me, I'm going to end the program with Mr. Willie. As always. We have voted out the Labourite, then we have voted out this government. It's not serving us. They're only serving themselves. They're only serving themselves. Corruption rife with this government. We're tired of it right now. They're not willing to feed our school children them 1 meal in school. When them media house friend them owe how much 10 billion. When members from their various sectors who's aligned with their party robbing us blind and stealing from our school children, them thief how much million from out of the education trust. They've been robbing us, raping us, doing all sort of things that it pertains to corruption. We're sick and tired right now. Time come.
Well, not going to no false promise. You think that we are putting back in the office? You don't think we are novice? You don't listen to this? Alright, yes, we are going to vote them out, because they don't see we when we're hungry. Vote them out from Kingston to country. Vote them out and we are tell them properly. Look how the whole of them are hungry, will listen. Vote them out, because they don't see we when we're hungry. Vote them out from Kingston to country. Vote them out and we are tell them properly.
Election time, we see them. Vote them out, Jamaica.
Argument done, time has come. And Joe back up your things and run. Marky G a come, we run the kingdom. Cause and Joe, your time is done. Cause we put you in a office for 9 whole years. You sit down in there just like you not here. And every day more money does a disappear. That's why we have to vote you out of the year. Vote them out.
Money pull up that one
fast promise.
Everybody will go and bless the super chat in the meantime.
Listen to this.
Super thanks. Listen to this over
yes, we are going to vote them out, because they don't see me when we're hungry. Vote them out from Kingston to country. Vote them out and we are tell them promptly. Look how the whole of them are hungry, will listen. Vote them out, because they don't see me when we're hungry. Vote them out from Kingston to country. Vote them out and we are tell them promptly. Oh, what the whole of them are hungry. Argument done, time has come. And Joe back up your things and run. Marky G a come, we run the kingdom. Cause and Joe, your time is done. Cause we put you in a office for 9 whole years. You sit down in there just like you not here. And every day more money does a disappear. That's why we have to vote you out of the fear. Vote them out, cause they don't see we when we hungry. Vote them out from Kingston to country. Vote them out and you tell them promptly. Oh, what the whole of them are hungry, yes, we have to vote them out. Cause them not see we when we hungry. Vote them out from Kingston to country. Vote them out and we are tell them promptly. Oh, what the whole of them.
Big up on yourself, ABR family. I'm bowing out of this live right now. Stay tuned as I say for more videos, more updates. Thanks to all who supporting the movement. Join the membership in support of the channel. If you don't have the big whack to donate, remember this channel and pressure nobody and force the money out of the pocket when you can join the membership. Only a small fee per month. $5. But Angela there. Remember Angela, drop a comment, make the people them see you with your badge beside your name. I go pin. Remember Angela comment, when you can see her with her badge, see her star there beside her name. Support the movement just the same. Big up on yourself, happy Sunday. Big up yourself, sis.